United Nations Security Council Resolution 1284. United Nations Security Council Resolution 1284, adopted on 17 December 1999, after recalling previous relevant resolutions on Iraq, including resolutions 661 1990, 687 1991, 699 1991, 707. It was the final resolution adopted in 1999. Resolution 1284 was adopted by 11 votes to none against and 4 abstentions from China, France, Malaysia, and Russia. Iraq rejected the resolution, particularly as it did not meet its requirement for the lifting of sanctions imposed in 1990. Despite the adoption of the resolution, it did not lead to the return of United Nations weapons inspectors or changes in the humanitarian program. Resolution. Observations. Acts. Resolution 1284 was divided into 4 sections, all of which were enacted under Chapter Roman 7 of the United Nations Charter, which made the provisions legally enforceable. A. In the first part of the resolution, the Security Council established UNMOVIC and would undertake the responsibilities of UNSCOM. It demanded that Iraq allow UNMOVIC immediate, unconditional, and unrestricted access to any given area, installation, equipment, documents, or person. The Secretary-General Kofi Annan was requested to appoint a chairman of UNMOVIC within 30 days. An organizational plan for UNMOVIC was requested to be submitted within 45 days, while both UNMOVIC and the IA were directed to draw up a work program for the discharge of their mandates within 60 days of both organizations starting their work. Iraq would be liable for the costs of both. Section B addressed the repatriation of Kuwaiti and third country nationals from Iraq, and the Council reminded Iraq to cooperate with the International Committee of the Red Cross in this regard. The Secretary-General was requested to report every 4 months on progress made towards the repatriation of Kuwaiti or third country nationals or their remains, and every 6 months on the return of Kuwaiti property and national archives. Countries were permitted to import an unlimited amount of petroleum and petroleum products from Iraq consistent with the Oil for Food program established in Resolution 986, where there had previously been a limit on imports. The committee established in Resolution 661 was requested to appoint a group of experts to approve contracts to accelerate Iraq's export of petroleum and petroleum products. For an initial period of 6 months, the Council suspended measures relating to payments made by Iraq of $10 million towards losses and damages to Kuwait following its invasion by Iraq. The Secretary-General was requested to maximize the benefits of arrangements set out in Resolution 986, including the enhancement of the humanitarian aid program for the Iraqi people and provide daily The Security Council further decided that Hajj pilgrimage flights were excluded from the provisions of Resolutions 661 and 670. It also called on Iraq to ensure that all relief supplies were distributed correctly, particularly to vulnerable groups, and to continue demining work. In addition, the Secretary-General was asked to establish a group of experts to find out how Iraq's oil production could be increased, for example, by bringing in foreign oil companies. The resolution concluded with the Council stating that if Iraq was complying with UNMOVIC, the IA and Security Council resolutions, that it would suspend the ban on import of commodities and products originating in Iraq and prohibitions against the sale, supply, and delivery of civilian commodities and products to Iraq, excluding exceptions described in Resolution 6. If Iraq was not cooperating, the prohibitions would be reimposed 5 days after receiving reports from the executive chairman of UNMOVIC and the Director General of the IA.